Hey everyone, it's me, Gruth, bringing another great video. Before we start, I'm going to let you all know I don't really want to spoil too much of the game. So today's video is just generally talking about overall basic aspects of the game to give you a better understanding of Dauntless, and why you should be excited for it coming to PS4 and Xbox in April of this year. I will not be showing off too many of the behemoths because I'd rather you experience that on your own. But if you are interested in more, I will probably release more videos about this game. This is just to give you some info on the game and what it's about. So enjoy. Dauntless is a free-to-play co-op action RPG monster hunter type game, but instead of monsters you're hunting, basically you're hunting behemoths, and instead of being a hunter you are a slayer. Looking at Dauntless, the first thing that came to my mind was a mix between Monster Hunter and Fortnite, with a hack and slash type gameplay. And after playing it for a bit, I feel like my assessment was pretty accurate, and to be honest, I'm not sure if my opinion has changed that much. I'm sure that's not what most of you would like to hear, but those are my initial thoughts, even though I think the game has more to it than meets the eye. Dauntless is a free-to-play game, which means it requires no PS Plus and no Xbox Gold. Having a new big free-to-play game coming to Xbox, PS4 in April of this year, and Nintendo Switch and mobile later is a big deal. Arguably, we haven't gotten any big free-to-play titles in a long time on console, and this game does deserve that recognition. As far as gameplay goes, Dauntless is a very to-the-point, easy to pick up, and not terribly hard to master game. Your objective is simple: find said behemoth and kill it with a choice of 6 different weapons, which includes sword, hammer, chain blades, repeaters, and pike. Now each weapon isn't simply just a weapon. Each weapon has different abilities linked to it, affecting how you play. Take for example the chain blades. It is a very movement based get in get out type of weapon. With the abilities it has, you're able to teleport in and out of confrontations while doing quick attacks. In a way, this is the big difference between Monster Hunter and Dauntless. One has abilities, the other doesn't. You could also look at the art style of Dauntless and distinguish them pretty well. Now, I hate to compare the two games, but when looking at these two, the similarities are clearly there. I'll pretty much keep comparing them because even though one is free play and the other is not, they are the same genre. Now, I would like to discuss more about the weapons and how to use them, but I will save that for future videos because there just isn't enough time in this video. As far as character creation and customization goes, the game delivers. The character creation is detailed to provide you with many options, and customization is awesome between all the cool looking armor and cosmetics that are in the game. The great thing is you really don't need to buy the outfits because the armor already looks really cool. You can of course dye armor, but unfortunately not weapons. And if you want to wear certain armor for stats but like the look of the other one, you can use this transmog stone. Basically that's the stone, make your armor look like other armor sets, or I think outfits, but outfits might be excluded because I think outfits you might have to, I think they just go on top of armor, so you wear that over armor, but I'm not exactly sure, I haven't bought one yet. You do get one free one in the game, one of the transmog stones, and you have to buy it with paid currency to do it again. Now all the armor is unisex, and what I mean by that is the armor looks the same on both male and female, unlike Monster Hunter, which has different looking male and female armors. Take that as you will, but I'm sure it makes it a lot easier for the devs to put, new armor in the game with each update. Armor and weapon crafting are very simple. You break parts of a behemoth and kill them and get said parts. You then use parts to make and upgrade armor and weapons. You do want to make sure to break as many parts of the behemoth as you can, because the more parts you break, the more parts are going to drop. I mean, that's pretty basic. So each part drops a different material, but early in game, I don't think you really need to worry about it too much. When making certain types of armor and weapons, you want to make sure to build a nice set with abilities, just like in Monster Hunter. Each armor has special perks and armor ratings, and it's important to match the right armor with your playstyle and weapons. You can also upgrade the armor with cells. Cells are basically extra perks that you can put on armor and weapons, kind of like Monster Hunter decorations. Now, as far as gameplay goes, Dauntless is quest-based, meaning to continue through the game, you have to do quests, and this isn't like story quests. This is just to learn to do this, learn to do that, yada yada yada, fight this behemoth, fight that behemoth, and so on. And if anything, it's not really holding your hands, challenging you to use certain things in the game, so you can continue and learn. This does not mean you can't go against the same monster again. It just means to progress you need to fulfill orders and continue to a new behemoth and a new area, which I think there's about 5 different types of maps, but I could be wrong on that one. Sometimes though there are bugs and glitches, some minor ones, but still an annoyance to say the least. One particular glitch I've been running into a lot, where I can't move and stand completely still Sometimes I quit out of the game, and sometimes it still happens. But besides the glitches, gameplay is good. You want to make sure to pay attention to the monsters, watch their movement, and figure out what you should do to avoid their incoming attacks and how you should counteract it. There are a total of 31 behemoths, including like variants of the same monster with some different abilities or elements. And there's more coming, of course, more behemoths coming out into the game. I think there's about 2 more that are set to come out soon. Behemoths are weak against certain elements, of course, and abilities somehow sometimes counter some behemoths' attacks. Overall, the behemoths are fun to play against, especially with variety and cool types that are totally different from other games you may have played. There are definitely some of the behemoths, I will admit, you know, they're like their structure, like they're obviously like they're like the same type of like monster, like the way they're built and stuff like that. Like their whole character model or their model is basically the same as other monsters sometimes, and it seems like there's only like so many of the same, maybe different models, but a lot of them, I have to admit, they're pretty different. Their attacks are definitely fun to watch out for. It makes for a fun challenge. Even with all 6 different weapon types, you will have to learn how to execute your abilities and movesets properly. This adds to the gameplay experience, but if you are a beginner, luckily it's easy to pick up, but just sorta hard to master. Not too, I don't think it's too crazy difficult, but it's just like you gotta learn, you know, the movesets and what to do. You also have to take in mind you are capped at 5 health potions, but can regain health through special cracks in the ground near Behemoth. It's kind of weird. Basically, you go to the ground, you press the interact button, and it'll give you health. But take in mind, your team can only use so much of that health from the ground. So maybe if you're in like a team, you might want to communicate to your team members, hey, I really need health. Do you really need health? Because, I mean, I'm like really little health, and if there's not a lot of health there left, I could really use that. I don't know. I'm sure they would help. A good thing to remember too is when in a game you want to make sure to use a flare, especially if you're in a team of up to 4. This helps so like everybody knows where the behemoth is, so a flare will tell everybody this is where the behemoth is, and everybody doesn't have to go like all over the map, keep looking for it, because that could be kind of annoying. And also, if you can, don't like fool around with the flares. I mean, I notice a lot of players get annoyed by that. They're like, dude, why did you use the flare? Because, I mean, the monster's over here and you're using a flare over here, and now I ran all the way to here to you. So, yeah, thanks a lot. And I'm like, oh. So, yeah, I learned that one from people getting pretty mad at me about that. But I gotta say, other than that, playing with the people in the community, the Dauntless community, the player community is just really awesome. They're the least toxic I've come across. Of course, that's easy to say when I'm playing on PC and it's a PvE game, but still, everyone I played with were very helpful and very chill and just looking to have fun. Now, lastly, as far as microtransactions go, I think Dauntless is being fair with their microtransaction system. This game might be free to play, but game devs need to make their money just as long as it's fair and just way in doing so. Legit way, I guess, would be the right choice of words. You can buy cosmetic, emotes, dyes for the armor, but you can also buy ace chips, which basically get rid of the time on the cell perk combination. I think you guys probably remember me talking about that before. I didn't talk too much on it, but basically when you go to the vendor, he gives you the option to combine 2 cells into 1, which makes it a better perk than it previously was. So in using these chips, basically it gets rid of the time you have to wait. I'm not sure if the more you increase the perk, the longer it takes, but first time I combined 2 cells, it took about 24 hours to make that perk. And with the chips, I know you could pay to like get rid of the time entirely and just get the perk right away. So I guess it's a good thing if you need it right away. Maybe you're going on a big hunt, you need it, just, you know, I don't know, you could do that. Also, they do have like a battle pass thing, just like Fortnite does. So another thing that can be kind of compared to Fortnite is that. I'm not really sure how that works. I think I just missed season 1. They're coming out with season 2 soon. And so, anyways, if you wanna have a guild too, fortunately it costs about 1,000 plat, which I think adds up to $10, which isn't the best thing, but you don't necessarily need a guild. You can buy potion and aerial strikes using hunts, which isn't the best thing, but It's optional, and it's just not a competitive game, so I don't think it will affect you personally. But luckily, though, you can earn platinum during season events, I believe. You know, if you're just, playing as a free-to-play player, it definitely could help you out with getting a certain skin you might like or a certain die set. So there is salvation for people who are going to be playing the game a lot and aren't going to be putting money, but they're putting their time and effort in the game. So that's kind of like the trade-off. So anyways, that should about do it for this video. It was quite a long one, and I tried being as broad with explaining things as I could, but I wanted to give you an idea of what this game is about. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of Dauntless vets out there telling me I forgot this or I forgot that or I was wrong on this or something. And you know what, I say please do that, because honestly this is a learning experience for everybody. I think all of us want to learn how the game works. Even me, I definitely don't know everything. I've just taken my assessment of the game, and I want to bring it to the attention of the console community. So please, bring that to everyone's attention. Comment below, and I want to hear it, because I don't care. I don't mind judgment, as long as it's productive judgment, I guess you could say. But other than that, I hope you liked the video. I hope everyone tries Dauntless out when it comes out on console. I hope if you have a PC, it's free to play, so you can get it on there too. You just have to go on their site. And yeah, I know this game, I gotta say, is truly made with love, and I am excited for when it comes out on console in 3 months in April. Until then, actually I think it might be less than 3 months. I think it might be 2. But until then, be aware the game will be updated and changed, and I will try and keep you guys updated. But for now, thanks for watching, and I can't wait to see you guys on the battlefield. See ya.